everyone, welcome to the channel. And today I'm going to shoot my first video with one of my fellow students. I'm a bit nervous, but let's see how it's going. So very warm welcome again. So today we have uh, one of my fellow who is already pursuing masters, and his name is Sudhanva, and he is pursuing his masters from the Northeastern University. So today we are going to talk to him about his experiences of pursuing masters and the whole process, that how he get into the United States, and the like which program he are pursuing, where he like going to share amazing tips and tricks that will be helpful for you guys and in your application process. So let's start. So, Sudhanva, could you please introduce yourself in 2 minutes? Like, what's your background back in India? A bit about your family. Like, where are you from? Currently, what are you doing, and where you do live?
Yeah. Hi. So everybody, as we introduced, I'm Sudhanva. I'm basically from Nagpur, Maharashtra, and I did my BTech in software technology from a private college, Yashwantrao Chavan College of Engineering. And currently, I'm pursuing my masters in computer science at Khuri College of Computer Sciences at Northeastern University here at Boston. And I'm a full stack developer basically, and I have work experience of 2 years. I used to work at Accenture. So through Accenture, I used to do contract work for Adobe basically, and I was working on their Adobe Acrobat web project. And so I have some experience in front end and some experience in back end technologies. And yeah, that's it. I'm currently done with my first sem here at NEU, and things have been good.
Hmm. Amazing. I guess it was like you have pretty cool experiences. I guess, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like the change is pretty big. Like of course we expect it before coming here, but when you actually come here and start living on your own and start managing your expenses, it's a bit tough to get you started. But once you are in the rhythm, it gets easier.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So let's straight forward into it. So I guess like very first doubt every fox had, that like why they want to do masters. I like why they want to come to USA. So like what reason for you why you come for masters, and how has your experiences have been so far?
Yeah, so my reason for doing masters was for me it was basically the next logical step in my career paths. I was pretty sure I did not want to do MBA because there's there are there's a certain personality type that you need for MBA, and I didn't see myself in that, and I was too lazy to prepare for GATE. So I decided to pursue GRE and started looking up on universities and what could be the affordable choice for me. Northeastern is of course not affordable, but I looked up a lot of statistics from different colleges and placement statistics where people are working from those universities, and I decided that I shortlisted some universities and decided that I should do masters. And then I started giving mock tests, and the score seemed good. So yeah, I decided that I should give GRE and then pursue my masters in USA. I had a few different countries in mind. I was looking into Germany first. I did learn a little German while in college, but at that time, of course, this was about 2 years back when I started preparing for all of this. There wasn't that much demand in Germany for software engineers, and also they need you to give the A2 exams uh,
Mhm.
for uh, for speaking in German and everything. So I just thought that it's better to stick to USA.
Right. Cool. So like we can like discuss the application process here, like how we shortlisted the colleges and what was your GRE score, your TOEFL IELTS, and how you write your SOP LORs.
Yeah. So first of all, I will talk about shortlisting colleges. I pretty much had a rough list in my mind before even I thought about giving GRE. The thing that helped me most to shortlist the colleges was Reddit, basically. So
Mhm.
one of the major sources that people usually don't know about is Reddit. There are lots of subreddits on Reddit that can help you in shortlisting universities. There is especially one called uh, R grad admissions, which basically has members like myself who have already gone through the process on there, so they can help you out with your shortlisting. And basically, you need to know what you want to pursue, and if you go on the Reddit and ask questions, they are happy to help you. And also, they have a huge archive of previous posts and previous questions that people have asked based on their profile. That I have this much in GRE and I have this much years of experience. I have done research in this. What universities are perfect for me? So there are lots of helpful comments from people all over the world that are currently studying in USA, and they help you to figure out which university would be the best match for you. So
Okay.
I I use Reddit a lot. Uh, Apart from that, there are several ranking websites. The rank usually does not matter that much, according to me, for getting a job or getting, like, advancing your career. But rank does come into play on at some places, like in your visa procedure. Sometimes if you are
Hmm.
not in a good enough university, there have been known cases where people have faced visa issues where the visa was rejected, or they face some problems at the port of entry.
Completely
Apart
agree.
from that, yeah, uh, yeah, so that was the only two resources I used, I think. And apart from that, just browsing through the professor's name and looking them up on Rate My Professor. There's a site called Rate My Professor where you can
Hmm.
see the reviews that students leave about their professors.
I also
So I
use
was just,
this.
yeah, so I was just browsing through them and looking at, like, what university matched the most of what I wanted to achieve, and that's how I shortlisted my universities. I decided upon 8 universities.
Right. So one thing I'm missing also, like, what was your like GPA in undergrad,
Uh, yeah, so my GPA in undergrad was 9.02. So
and your
there is a story behind. Yeah,
major was
my major was computer technology.
computer technology. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess one of the doubt many people do have is about their GPAs and how much they matter. So I think this is a known fact which some of you might know, some of you might not. GPA from different colleges are scaled by universities. So say you are in a IIT or in a NIT and you are getting an 8.7, and suppose you are like me from an tier 3 college and getting a 9 plus GPA. So those do not hold the same weightage. So just because
Man,
you get a 9 plus, yeah,
I'm from triple IT and I have 6 GPA only.
yeah, yeah. So his and my GPA won't be scaled equally. He like his six has more weightage. So yeah,
Okay.
that is something you have to keep in mind.
And what was your GRE score?
I scored a 327 on GRE. I had
327.
165
What?
in quants and 162 in verbal.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And what your like TOEFL or IELTS? What you did?
I gave TOEFL because basically I never studied much for English. I just got more discount on TOEFL, so I opted for TOEFL. I got a 112 on TOEFL.
Nice. Okay. And like, what about the SOP and LOR? Did you like write your SOP by your own, or you got some
Yeah,
help from someone?
yeah. So I did write them by own. So the thing is, there are many consultancies that do offer you end-to-end service about SOPs for each university. But I feel like, just you think logically, if one person is going to manage 20 students and he has to write 20 SOPs, he is going to reuse some
Copy.
material from here
Yeah,
and there, and he is going to, I mean, just think about it. It's a job for him. He is not going to put his whole soul and heart into making that SOP to get you the admission there. So
correct.
that's why I think that SOP is something that you should write on your own, because you know yourself the best, you know what you have done the best, you have
Hmm.
all the context, and you will be able to like, you will write it with the intensity, more intensity to get admitted than a guy working for some consultancy will. So I think you should write it on your own.
Right. And how many LOR you had? Like, You
Uh,
already have like work experience. So you must have taken a LOR from your manager or someone.
yeah, so wherever there were three LORs asked, I submitted two academic LORs and one LOR from my manager. So the academic LORs were from my dean and my head of department, and the LOR was from my immediate manager.
Right. Okay. And like one thing I also wanted to like know, like when you start your process, like your application process, what was the timeline if you remember?
Yeah, so I think the thing to keep in mind is go for fall semester, and if you are opting for fall semester, you have to start exactly 1 year before. So
Hmm.
fall semester starts in August, yeah, August or September. For some universities it's August, some it's September. So you need to start an year ago on August, and you need to start preparing for GRE and TOEFL around that time. And I would say at the beginning of September or at max October, have all of your scores ready. Have your GRE score ready. Have your TOEFL score ready. This is, of course, the timeline if you want to take everything chill and don't want to have last minute panics. So have your LORs ready. Have your start writing. It's like September is the time you should start writing your SOPs and LORs. You should start approaching your professors for LORs. And then I think for me, I personally completed all of my applications within November first week. All of
Hmm.
them were early deadlines, so I was done with most of them
I
and was
started
just
the application process after November.
yeah. Yeah, so I think you must have missed some of the early deadlines, but
I
I
missed.
don't think early deadlines matter that much. But for me, I needed peace of mind, so I just got them done as early as I could.
But when you apply early, you can like have a chance to get scholarships.
Yeah, yeah. So if you do have good academics and some research, you can expect to get scholarships. So
Right.
usually, I think lower ranked universities do offer more scholarships because they
Do
want
you
to
do you
attract
have
some.
any scholarships?
Yeah, so I did get an scholarship from ASU, but I did not end up going there. But
Okay.
Northeastern does not offer scholarships that much. Like very few scholarship it offers, and that to research oriented guys. So
Hmm.
I think that is one thing everybody should keep in mind. Like research, if you come from a research background or if you have research done research, then you are a lot more valuable to US universities. So you are
Right.
going to get more scholarship opportunities if you have research background.
Right. And how many colleges did you apply? Like, and what is your acceptance and actions?
Yeah, so I applied to 8 universities and I have a 50% acceptance rate. Like I have 50% of them.
Okay.
I got four admits and four rejects.
Okay.
I applied to Northeastern that I'm attending right now. I applied to Arizona State University, and then I applied to
Sorry, I'm interrupting you,
Texas
but
A&M.
what was your like acceptances?
Yeah, so acceptances I was listing Northeastern ASU,
Hmm.
and I think Sunny Buffalo,
Okay.
and I got an acceptance from UIC, University of Illinois Chicago,
Oh, okay.
and I got rejected from NYU and San Jose State University
Hmm.
and Texas A&M, and I think I also applied to Purdue. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So like, you chose this Northeastern, and now like, why you choose this university like over other your like acceptances? Like, of course, people are measuring things like whether college ranking, connections, buildings, and all. What are your preferences?
For me, Northeastern had a lot of weightage because of the co-op program. I know everybody says it, but it is the reason why many of us choose to come here because you get some like for me, I had experience prior in India, but the Indian experience is somewhat less valued here. So if you do get a good co-op and get 6 to 7 months of US experience, that is a plus point. If you are a fresher who is directly coming without experience, then it is a must for you to get a co-op or an internship here because the market for full time hasn't caught up to its full potential yet. So it's still like the jobs are still very less. So if
Mhm.
you get experience here and if you get internships and co-ops, it's a very huge plus point on your resume. So
Right.
that is the major reason I chose Northeastern.
Okay. And what were your total expenses, like your tuition fee, and what is your like living cost right now?
Okay, so for Northeastern, expect the entire like all 4 semesters, I'm going to end up spending about 47 to $48,000. That
Oh.
is that is yeah. So that is the fees for this like fall 2023 admits. It might change. It keeps
Hmm.
increasing every year by about 200-300 more dollars. So that is what I'm spending on tuition fees, and apart from that, living expenses. Expect about like you can, if you are very organized and if you are very strict with your expenses, you can get it done in $700 to $800 a month. But
Okay.
for me, end up spending about $1,000 a month,
Okay.
including rent.
In this 700 and 800, you have to share your room with someone, or it's a separate room?
Yeah, yeah. So that's like if you are coming to Northeastern, so the closer you live to the university, you are going to end up spending a lot more on rent, and you will have to share your room. So getting private room in Boston area is very expensive, and you would be spending about 700 to 800 dollars just on the rent for one room. So Boston is very expensive.
True, man.
You can, of course, take houses in the outer areas of the city. There are buses and metros that run, but
Okay.
yeah, then you
So
give up
it's
the
connected
university.
from the university, right?
Yes, yeah. Boston has very good public network. That's not an issue. But
Mm-hmm.
like living far, if you like, there are areas like Roxbury and like Mission Main and everything that here that usually people that want more space, and that those who do not want to share rooms, they prefer those areas.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue with that areas is like you are dependent upon bus. First of all, you cannot walk to your university. Anytime you want to go to the university, you have to like schedule and plan it, because you are going to take about half an hour in transportation to travel there. Apart from that, Boston snows a lot. So currently we are having the largest snowstorm ever in
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah,
So
man.
by tomorrow and I think day after tomorrow, it's going to be snowed everywhere. So
I
during
think
these
this is the
situations,
only
it's
reason
very
why
difficult to get to the university.
this is the only reason why I like didn't like even
Yeah,
consider the East Coast. I can't handle
yeah.
cold.
I actually considered this because of the cold, because I cannot deal with it. And Arizona,
Oh,
I even
really?
got scholarship from ASU, but I cannot deal with the heat in Arizona.
California, I like best weather, man.
Yeah, yeah, California, you are at very sweet spot.
Yeah,
Boston, actually, we have the worst of both worlds, right? We also have extreme summers and we have extreme winters.
yeah. Okay, so now I want to talk about a bit about college. Like since US, like US colleges are completely different than whatever you have studied in India. Like the academics and the coursework and the uh, even the study, like whole study things, it's completely different. Like professor. So what's you like feel till now? How it's different from
Uh,
India?
yeah, basically, yeah, things are very different. That is for sure. The teaching patterns is different. One of the most things that stand up to me is the relationship with the professor is very different here.
Right,
You
right.
have a very colleague like relationship with your professor. It's not like he's your master who is teaching you everything and is in control of everything, but he's more like your friend or a
Friend.
mentor.
Correct.
Yeah. So that is a huge difference that I don't see people talking about. Like it is a very plus point while you are educating in a subject, to have a professor that is so approachable that you can go to him, you can talk to him normally, you can ask your doubts. Like people ask very silly doubts in class, but there is not a moment of hesitation in the professor's mind. Like he doesn't get irritated, or he doesn't like, every single thought, every single thing you have, you can share it with your professor, and he's going to explain to it or give his input on it in the best way that he can.
Mhm.
And apart from that, the teaching is also very different. The two subjects that I took in this semester, one of them was taught by Professor Amit Sesh. He is very well known for teaching programming design paradigms, like basically how well you can design your program and everything. So it's a very challenging course, but the way he taught it from ground up. Like there are no exams, nothing. He all he gives is just assignments, and at the end of it, like it's a very you the semester and the entire semester you feel like you are fighting a continuous battle, but at the end of it you feel very satisfied, like you actually feel like you have learned something from the course. So yeah, teaching is very satisfactory here actually.
Okay. Okay, so next to the come part, next part, I think this is like most concerning for everyone. What about the part times in Northeastern? We heard about like it's really tough to get a part
Yeah.
time. That's what is the situation for the TA, RA, or on campus jobs?
Yeah, so let me get to it one by one. So talking about part times, not for Northeastern, there are very like the intake is usually greater than other colleges. So for CS, the intake is limited, but then too there are many people from other branches that are in competition with you. So even though there are less people in your class, there are more overall people that are competing for the same jobs. So the university being in Boston, it's not very huge. Like the campus is not very huge, so it does not have that many on-campus jobs that it can offer. And the jobs that are there are basically passed via referrals.
Hmm.
So if you don't know, the US system works on referral system basically. So they do ask you for your resume and everything, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a referral, you are not going to get a call for interview here.
Oh, yeah, I
So
think
yeah.
it's similar situation for everyone. Even though in my
Yeah.
college, it's the same situation.
Yeah. So if you know somebody who's already at that college and he's working, make sure he's your friend because only he can refer you
Right.
and get you a job. Otherwise, if you don't know anyone, then it's going to be very, very tough to get a job. That's for sure.
And
Uh,
what about internships and like job situation there? Like, is there any
yeah.
job and career fair and seminars?
Yeah, they do have career fairs, but the market is such that career fairs are just looking for very exceptional people who have some like high-end research experience in some like the companies that come, they are looking for research people. So
Hmm.
career fairs are not that useful. You have to keep applying on LinkedIn. For TAs and RAs, I would say there is a very unique system at for RA. RAs here at Northeastern, basically, we do not have that many RAs. Uh, like university wide, the professor nominates some students that he thinks are eligible for the research assistantship, and there is
Oh,
a big pool of these nominated students that are passed to all the professors who are currently doing research, and out of them the professors are provided with your resumes and everything, and if they think that you might be a suitable match for them for their research, then they contact you, and that is how you get an RA ship. So getting an RA is very difficult at Northeastern. And for TAs, if you have good relations with your professor and you are getting the maximum possible grade, you have good participation in class, you might end up getting one that way. Or you could be in Khuri College of Computer Sciences, which is basically a little bit more exclusive inside Northeastern, I would say. So we have our own portal for applying to TAs and everything. So the rest of the people from other courses cannot apply to Khuri's courses for TA-ship, but we can apply everywhere. So we do end up getting more probability and more chances to get an TA.
oh,
So like the as much as I have talked with seniors here, during your stay here for in one or other semester you are going to end up getting a TA at some point in time. So but that is just for the Khuri College of Computer Sciences. For others it's very competitive.
okay. So till now you don't have part time, right?
No, I haven't. I completed
You
first sem
already
year. I don't.
completed your first
have.
semester. So you are looking for a part time in second semester?
The thing with part time is if you don't know, like as I said, I don't really know anybody who already has a part time. So if one
Yeah.
of my flatmates end up getting a part time, then I would stand a chance to get one too. But until that happens, it's really like it's. I'm not even trying to spend my energy on that.
Yeah. Even though like I heard people also do part time like outside campus, but it's since it's illegal.
Yeah, so that people who have some financial constraints, they do look for
Hmm.
jobs outside campus, but then that's always a risk, because you have to decide what is more important for you. Is earning a few more bucks to
Of course.
have a better lifestyle is more important, or like of course it all depends upon your financial condition back home. But I would say if you have good enough financials that you can sustain yourself, just eat up the guilt and spend the money now, instead of taking the risk of working illegally and losing everything.
Right. Okay. So I think like we have covered like sorts of covered everything and we are done for today. Lots of
Yeah.
folk who are like watching, hope it will be helpful for you guys. In last, what advice would you like to give uh, to upcoming student or who is looking forward to come to USA?
um, I would say, irrespective of your skills, expect to expect to work hard a lot. It's not going to be all easy. Of course you are going to enjoy too. You are going to roam and have new experiences, and you are going to have a good time here, but that everything comes along with hardship. So it's not going to be all fun and games. You will have to work hard, you will have to study hard too. The courses and professors, while lenient, are not at all easy, so don't
Mhm.
confuse lenient with easy.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that would be my advice.
Yeah. Okay, so best of luck for you for your part-time job hunts and your internship job hunts. And thank you so much for sharing all the valuable experiences and informations. I know it's very busy schedule for you and you look like you took time for us. So I think so guys, let's wrap up here. Connect me on Instagram if you have any doubts or query. I will try to answer over there. Also check out my Instagram. I do share lots of valuable study materials, free resources. I will put links in the description. Also do like, comment if you find this video helpful and subscribe the channel for more such contents. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye, stay focused, keep hustling, keep supporting.